Well, I've had a lot of guys asking about this Hawk and if it'll throw this new Pathfinder Scout. So I reckon we'll find out. Reckon she throws just fine, boys. No doubt in my mind, boys, that's the thrower. Morning, fellas. Dave Canterbury at the Pathfinder School. I introduced a new product on Facebook last night that will be released for the first time at the Indiana Boat Sport and Travel Show in February, and it is the Pathfinder Scout Tomahawk. Okay, I'll give you guys an up-close view of this. It is a 18th century hammer pole design, forged in the United States by a United States craftsman. 5160 high carbon steel. This is not some overseas piece of junk. This is the real deal. Solid hickory handle. We're going to throw this bad boy. That's the true test of a hawk, is if you can throw it and bang on it and not break it, then you got a good hawk. So we're going to throw this a few times. Then we're going to do some chopping and cutting with it as well. Stay with me. Well, guys, as you can see, there's no doubt that hawk will throw. I've thrown that at least 10 times right there. The head's not even loose on the handle or anything else. These handles are pressed in. You can get them out if you want to use it for a single tool, for an as or something like that. You can get them out, but they're tough to get out. You about have to beat them out. Like I said, this is made in the United States, in Missouri. This is a 5160 axe head that is forged in the United States. It comes with a couple leather accouterments with it that I'll show you right now, so that you can carry it a little bit easier and you don't have the exposed blade in your hand. So stay with me and I'll show you those as well. Okay guys, this axe comes with 2 leather accouterments. The first accoutrement is basically a leather blade cover. It's hand stitched. It does have a welt inside of it so that it doesn't come off, or so that it doesn't cut through the threads in the front of the axe cover. And it is a snap cover, and these things are heavy duty. You're not just going to knock this thing off in the woods, and I've banged it around a lot. The second accoutrement that comes with this is a belt loop like this. Okay, and depending on which side you want to wear that belt loop on, you'll want to order it on that side, because what happens with these things is they're made to be a quick thumb release. So as long as you have it facing backwards like this when you're carrying it, as if you're going to carry it on the right side with the blade facing backwards or forward, depending on how you put it in the sheath. It's up to you. I like to carry mine backwards. It tends to snag less on things when you do that, because you just have this running into stuff. But these snaps are not going to run into anything. They're going to be brushing this way for the most part. Okay, and what that enables you to do is it gives you a thumb pop release to get your axe out. All right, these snaps are heavy duty. I mean, they're not going anywhere. It's about all you can do to get them snapped on there sometimes. And once you get that snapped up, you know, it's not coming out of there. If you snag it on something backwards, yeah, you might pop them off, but that's very unlikely, especially if you got your shirt over or something like that. But I like this thumb release action on here like this. Now, what we can do is we can special order these things with no snaps on them and just a loop, but then you've got to pull that axe completely up out of that loop, and some people prefer that, and that's okay. Not a big deal. But these accoutrements come standard with the axe at the selling price so that you have them. All right, guys, I got a piece of hardwood here. I mean, this is not some piece of pine or some piece of balsa wood here. This is hardwood. So putting this axe into this wood, don't expect giant chunks to be coming out of it, because that ain't the way it's going to work. But you can see this thing's got plenty of cutting power. Okay, I've been throwing this thing into a tree for 10 or 15 minutes, bounce it off the dirt 4 or 5 times, still cutting like a champ. All right, fellas, let's we took this axe to a piece of fallen hardwood a minute ago, and that's a good test. Here's a live oak sapling, probably big around as my forearm. Okay, this ain't no candy ass, you know, buckeye tree or softwood tree. This is an oak, and this is live. Okay, that's a good test for this axe. Okay, you can see I cut halfway through that in just a few swings. If I come over to this other side here, there we go. I don't have any problems torquing on this axe. I'm not even worried about that. I mean, that ain't going anywhere. You ain't gonna hurt that axe any. Like I said, it's a live oak tree, and I'm jamming down into that crotch, just snapping it over. And I'm not worried one bit about this axe handle snapping off of here or breaking. Okay, guys, let's make us a steak here and see how the hammer pole works. Nothing to it. Okay. Is that a true test of this hammer pole? Heck no. Let's drive a nail with it. Or 3. Nothing to it, guys. Perfect trapping axe. Didn't even scar the head. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this short demo of the Pathfinder Scout Tomahawk. I think you'll be thoroughly pleased with this hawk as much as I am. Right now we're still working on price point a little bit. Like I said, it's going to be released at the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show. We do have a system that we're going to use to release this, because we're only going to have about 12 of them in the first run, and they're going to be released along with the Scout knife, which will be introduced later on to you if you haven't seen it already. But price point right now on this thing is going to be right around a C note, so right around the $100 range. It is hand forged in the USA. Like I said, 5160 steel, good solid hickory handle on this thing, no question. Awesome tomahawk.